the moment, I'm trying to wade through Palantir that wants to take the whole market. We had Salesforce on interjecting ChatGPT within its offerings for Slack and for Tableau. We've got IBM with Watson X. What exactly are you offering that's kind of different from the others?
Yeah, so at scale, we've been in the AI industry for more than 7 years now. We've been quietly powering much of the modern revolution in generative AI. And what we're seeing today is a lot of AI tourists pretending to be AI natives. There's a lot of companies who are not selling solutions. They're ultimately just selling vaporware. And our products, they aren't coming soon. They're in the hands of customers today, from the Fortune 500 to the US Department of Defense. And we don't see many other platforms that can say that. So today, we're proud to introduce our 2 new generative AI platforms, Scale Donovan and Scale EGP, to unlock the power of AI for every industry from the US government to global enterprise. Our Donovan product is our platform, which is the first large language model deployed on a classified network for the US government. And with Donovan, our warfighters can act in minutes instead of weeks. And our customers today include the US Army's 18th Airborne Corps, the DoD's CDAO, and the Joint All-Domain Command and Control effort in particular, and the Marine Corps University School of Advanced Warfighting.
So just to go back, are you saying that Palantir, with its machine learning and its already integration with the Defense Department, for example, that's an AI tourist?
So, I think the key thing to look at with any one of these platforms is whether or not they have customers that are live with the technology today who are using it actively. And, I think there are plenty of platforms that are touting huge announcements, but that do not have any live customers and any activity today. And they have oftentimes coming soon as sort of the headline on their homepages. So I think that's one of the key things to look at. We at Scale, we've worked with OpenAI since 2019, working on much of the technology that's undergirded ChatGPT and other technologies, work with much of the rest of the ecosystem, such as Microsoft, Meta, working with folks like Stability, Adept, Carper, Cohere. And so this is, we've been in this industry. We're one of the companies with the greatest amount of experience in generative AI, and we're excited to actually bring that expertise to the enterprise and to government customers.
And to the White House in terms of evaluating platforms, right? Just remind us that, is it going to be your platform that they're using at DEF CON 31 to be able to basically test and understand how Hugging Face, Anthropic, Google actually work?
Yeah, exactly. So we are Switzerland. We are not beholden to any one platform. And in fact, we've been quietly partnering with most of the AI industry. As a result, we're the perfect partner to work with the White House and with DEF CON in using our platform to actually evaluate all of these models that are being built and understand what the implications and safety implications of these models are. We believe that progress in foundation models needs to happen hand in hand and alongside progress in model evaluation and safety. And that's really what we've built our platform to help enable, and why our platform is going to be the one that's used in partnership with the White House, in partnership with DEF CON, to help understand these models.
What do you think you'll find, Alex? Do you think you'll find safe and solid spaces being crafted for new models, or are you a little bit more worried?
I think broadly within the industry, one of the things that's happened is these models have all been released and have been released out into the world before much of this testing has taken place out in the public. And so, I think invariably we're going to find some things that are going to be concerning, but I think we're also going to find that many of the builders of these models have actually put a huge amount of thought into the systems that they're developing. And so I think we'll see a range. There will be some models that are significantly safer than others. And even the models that are safe, I think we'll continue to find things that, we need to work on, we need to improve. Our goal with this, or in our work with the White House and with DEF CON, is really in releasing a platform that, and a framework that can be used across in perpetuity by the industry. We want to create an evaluation system that we can always use to evaluate the quality and performance of these models going forward.
But does it matter if we put regulation on the United States or developed nations do, when others, many would say China, Russia, don't? And what does that look like? Because technology doesn't have that many boundaries.
Yeah, I think this is a really, really important question. I think that the topic of AI regulation is certainly an important one, and And as we've seen with AI to date, the key to human-centric responsible AI is really a solid data foundation. For a technology as transformative as this, I think it's very important to consider the questions on AI regulation and what are the consumer impacts of this technology. One of the reasons why we're so excited about the work that we're doing with the White House and others. That being said, like you mentioned, our adversaries, our near-peer competitors like Russia and China, will not let regulation get in the way of their ambitions. And in fact, I think it's quite the opposite. They will use these tools to tighten their grip on, domestic, social, and political control.
No, finish that thought.
Yeah, so in China, the content of their AI systems, will need to reflect their socialist core values and avoid information that undermines their state power and national unity. And so, you see intent from our near-peer competitors to use this technology to further their ambitions. And again, they won't over-regulate to prevent the proliferation and spread of the technology.
Very briefly, open source versus not. Where do you come down on all of that?
So our belief is that enterprises and government customers need as many options as possible. And so our view, again, as I mentioned, we're Switzerland. We want to enable our customers to be able to use open source models as well as the best closed source models from Anthropic, OpenAI, Cohere, et cetera, to be able to achieve their ambitions. So I think it's really a question of choice. I think the more options that there are in the ecosystem, the better. And our goal is to enable as many of them as possible.